So you guys, I just left Whole Foods. They have a Amazon locker there. And literally, so I got my gift, and it's definitely a kind of sort of a GoPro. I'm trying to hold the camera and do everything and show you all. Look at this. This is so unique. My dad got this for me. He's a supporter of my YouTube channel, definitely. So I am super excited. I'm gonna get some food, then I'm gonna go to the gym. I am starving. Yeah, that's gonna be the plan today. I was originally going to eat at Whole Foods, but ooh, that food expensive. So I'm gonna just go ahead and Taco to the Bell, bruh. Taco to the Bell. Yeah, but I'll be back. The restaurant is actually pretty dope. Okay, peeps, I actually did not go to Taco Bell. I was like, let me go to PF Chang's. PF Chang's is right around the corner from my house, and then on top of that, PF Chang's have a happy hour. But we did get that gift. We did get that gift, and so we're gonna actually open it to see how it works.
Look at that. You all, look at that. Oh, look at that. So it does come with, let me read the directions. Let me read the directions. It's a plan. I don't know if you, oh, look at that. Look at that. It's on. So, let's just, I think, yeah, let's, okay. I don't know what I'm doing, y'all, right now, honestly. But I am waiting on my food. Oh, look at, we may have to use this today. No, look at that. It has a whole standing atmosphere. Like, I can stand it up. Let's, oh, there's directions in here. Let's look at the directions. So, oh, so you do a Bluetooth pair. You pair it to your Bluetooth. So what I'm going to do is, I am going to cut the camera, and then I'm going to come back and actually use this little neat device, okay?
Look at that, y'all. We are like totally in action now. When I tell you that was a really good gift, like, I don't know what I'm gonna get my dad for his birthday. His birthday is actually coming up this month, which is less than, 20 days away. So I need to be looking, actually. But I like this. Like, y'all can actually physically see me. Y'all see I'm hyped. But no, they did bring some food out here, which is the lettuce wrap. If you guys can definitely see that there. It's gonna be so good. I'm about to smash that. I also got a California roll as well. Oh, and it's actually here. Thank you so much. No problem. Thank you. Thank you. So look at that California roll as well. Look at that good food. That food. So we're about to smash. And what are we gonna be talking about today, peeps? I do not know, but we're gonna be talking about something amazing as always, as I smash all this delicious food. So one thing, you know, I do need some feedback off my blog. Like, I don't know why I feel like the camera is like a little blurry or something. I'm not 100% sure. Boom. So what I did get here was lettuce wrap, and then also California rolls. It is happy hour right now. You know, you always try to get things on a sale or a deal. That's always better for you. So good. So I guess one thing I'm gonna talk about is family. And just because you're blood doesn't make you family. And the reason I say that is because I have some great high school friends that I went to high school with that treat me so well, and we're not blood related, and we actually designed our own family within each other, and it's a really unique group. We've been going really strong for about, how long? It's been at least three years. Like, we're in a group message. Now, granted, some of us have came in, came out, as in like fallen off the group message and came back in and stuff like that. But we built that family, and one reason was because hold up, y'all, because y'all know I can't talk and eat. I can't. How the family really got started was a good friend of ours had passed away, and we didn't know this individual was actually going to pass. That was the least thing that we was expecting. We thought it was going to be great, everything was going to be fine, and it's weird because actually I was supposed to meet with this individual, this great gentleman. Actually, if I'm not mistaken, probably a week before or a couple days before he actually took his personal life. It was really sad. I was so sad about it. We actually planned to go to the Amigos concert in Bowling Green, Kentucky. So when I got the call from one of my friends, like, hey, have you spoke to, you know who? And I'm just like, yeah, we were just texting like, you know, the other day or whatever. We just made plans to go to the Amigos concert. And then boom, he took his life. So that's kind of how we became a family. And it's because we wanted to check on each other and we wanted to make sure everybody was okay because we thought this individual was okay because like me, he's a smiler. Like all my other friends, he's a smiler. And we just was not expecting this. And I say this because, you know, you should really check on your friends and family or the people you consider your friends and family because there's some family members that I don't check on. Well, I wouldn't call them family members, that's why I don't check on them. But blood related, have the same blood as me that I don't check on. So yeah, I really don't know what to talk about on this mukbang, and it's only because I'm starved. Like I'm starved, y'all. Like, but I do want to get things off my chest in general. And one thing that I was taught was when you start going in different directions and people feel like you're successful, they start distancing themselves from you, or other people start coming around that you never spoke to before. So I've been in Orlando since the 15th of December, and people have hit me up to actually move in with me. People have hit me up, you know, just trying to talk to me, saying, hey, you know, other than you're good looking and stuff like that, you know, and I'm just like, I've never even, you know, consider you as an individual or anything like that. So yeah, just always keep your guard up with individuals. I don't know why, I really feel like there's something going on right here, y'all. That's why I keep licking it, but the camera got me looking crazy. But yeah. I wonder if I bring it down a little bit. I'm smiling because the food good, and I love food. So, let's talk about why I stopped talking to my mom. Well, I cut her off for 3 years. Not really cut her off, but just stopped talking to her for almost 3 years. And just go back to, you know, don't let anybody, you know, push you, make you do things you don't want to do, or don't let somebody use you or try to manipulate you. Now, this is not to, like, you know, to bash anybody or to bash, you know, her, anything like that. But it's just to get it known that if someone else is going through a situation like this, because, you know, parents are not perfect, and it's okay if they're not perfect, but at the same time, they do have a duty as your parent and guardian to, you know, not put you in certain situations or do certain things to you. So I'm gonna say it like this. You know, as a child, like I felt like I had a good relationship with my mom because I typically did everything she wanted me to do, just as a child. Like, you know, I was always her beg and call. Now I do have other siblings on my mom's side, definitely, and the thing is, you know, they was never really at beg and call like the way I used to be, so it kind of threw me off the way she would used to treat me as an individual. And when I say treat me as an individual, tell me I'm not that smart, which was kind of crazy to me. I mean, granted, I wasn't. I had, like, you know, problems, disabilities that you all know about that I had talked about in the other mukbang. but she would actually point them out and tell me, you know, say that I'm a square, a nerd, and she would say all these things in front of people, which was intentionally to, hold on, I'm not gonna say that, which I felt like it was intentionally to hurt me, but because it did, it really did. Like I mean, every time she would say stuff like that, I would be like, whoa, like, okay, what should I be? What should I do? So I was the oddball, like out of my siblings. I didn't, what is it called? I wasn't what they considered, you know, hip, or I guess the term ghetto, or, you know, hood rap. I mean, and it's funny because like we all kind of grew up in the same environment. I guess I just didn't catch on to the other stuff. Like I guess, so she would always be like, oh, he's the nerd, he's a square, and she would like do this, draw this, like especially when her friends was over, like he's the square one, and I'm just like, okay, I don't know if you know that's extremely hurtful, but I don't know why you keep saying that. And it was just really rude. And as time went on, you know, I'm not gonna say it got better or worse, but one thing that I remember is saving money for a phone. And I'm telling this story because this pissed me off, like made me so mad. I was saving money for a phone because I'm a phone head. I used to be a big phone head. I used to love phones, and I saved my own money. Like she did not give me a dime for this money. I actually played the violin on the street to raise this money. And she told me she was gonna give me my money back, and it was $435. And I was just like, okay, I'm gonna use this money to, you know, buy my own stuff that I need to buy my phone with, because I really wanted my phone. And she asked me could she borrow it, and I'm just like, okay, yeah, she was borrowing it to pay a bill. And I was like, okay, that's fine, you can definitely borrow it to pay a bill. You know, I'm not gonna complain about it. I was young and I'm caring and I'm giving. So I gave it to her. I didn't ask for the money back immediately. I actually waited weeks. I'm assuming it was weeks, but I'm not 100% sure. But I know at least I waited like at least 2 weeks. When I say weeks, I mean I waited like a long time. And she got really snappy at me and was like, don't try to ask for that back and stuff like that. But 2 years later, she had bought me a fish tank. I will say that. And I really wanted a fish tank at the time, and I was gonna buy the fish tank my personal self. And I was saving for the fish tank because I was just like, well, you know, I'm just gonna go ahead and save for a fish tank because I like fish, you know, something to get me into. And she went and bought me the fish tank. Now the fish tank was nowhere near as much as the money that I had originally given her 2 years prior to what she was giving me. And I'm just like, whoa. I'm just like, okay. She said this is your money back and stuff like that. So, ooh, whoa. I said okay, and I wasn't gonna argue with her because she's kind of aggressive. Not aggressive, but she kind of comes off stern and stuff like that. Basically, here, let me be honest and let me stop playing y'all. Like, if you don't do what she wants you to do, she's gonna try to play you in a way that you don't want to be played. And that's one reason I cut her off, like cold turkey. I wasn't dealing with it. Until this day, I called her technically last year on December 25th just because she attended my graduation. I wasn't expecting that. And that's when the person I was like, oh, they attended my graduation. Ooh, I almost choked. Maybe I shouldn't tell this story, but but she attended my graduation, so I reached out to her, and I was just like, hey, you know, I wanted to reach out to you because I know we haven't talked in almost 3 years, and you know, I wanted to make that communication better because I had blocked her. Make that communication better between us. Y'all, do y'all not know? I should have never reached out, if I'm being honest. You know why? I reached out because I love her, and I reached out because I'm caring and I wanted to develop a better relationship. This ain't rude, this is real. It was like talking to a damn kid, honestly. If I'm being 100% honest, she did not acknowledge the fact that she was in the wrong, and maybe she doesn't even know she was in the wrong. Maybe she doesn't know. And that's just about anything in general, from, you know, trying to use me to get money out of my daddy, from saying that I was sleeping around with people for money, to bashing me from the way how I talk, to, you know, making me do things that my siblings didn't have to do, for making me pay rent. When I was in high school, when my siblings wasn't paying rent, well, hold up, we was all supposed to pay rent, and I was under the impression that we was all paying rent. No, I was the only one paying rent, and I didn't know that until I had talked to my sister about it. It's funny, my sister is actually the one who told me that my mom tried to give me up for adoption, or give me up to my auntie, which is my Aunt Pat. Which is really unique because my mom always told me that my Aunt Pat, you know, you know, stole me from her, as in like she stole me and tried to take me to her house or whatever. And I'm just like, oh my God, why would my Aunt Pat do that? So like for the longest time, I always like had this impression of my Aunt Pat that like you crazy, like you crazy. But no, my mom gave me to her, and my sister told me that probably 7 years ago. This was right before I had went to college when she told me. No, actually, I was in college when she told me this. So this was probably like 4 years ago. So I'm sorry about the 7 years ago. So about 4 years ago, and I was so devastated. I was just like, homegirl gave me up. Like, dang, like she really ain't messing with me. Like she really don't want my ass. So I was just like, okay. So, with that being said, this is also how those group of individuals that I was talking about, that I went to high school with, that we are in a group text, and we all click and stuff like that, keep the family together and try to like stay in touch. This is kind of how they played in a row, because, you know, if I'm being honest, like I just did not feel wanted. I didn't feel loved and appreciated, and I was doing everything that I thought I needed to do as a teenager, as a young adult, to keep trying to understand, you know, her, and keep trying to do what she wanted me to do. Like even up into my, you know, junior year in college, like I was still, you know, at her beck and call and everything like that. So it was just kind of unique and weird to me. But so the day that I actually decided to cut her, well, not talk to her, I was in the barbershop, and what originally happened was she was supposed to, she was basically the middleman between a transaction that I was trying to do. It was not drugs. It was definitely about some food stamps. I was trying to buy some from somebody, because, you know, you got to be conservative. You try to, you can get, you can buy 50 food stamps for $100. Let me tell you, I was like, I'm trying to get that. But so I was trying to do a transaction like that, and she was trying to cheat me out of my money, like honestly, and I knew she was like, and I was just like, oh my God, for real? Like I was just like, come on, I could tell, and it was just a process, and I just told myself, you know what, when I get off the phone with her, I'm not gonna deal with it. I'm just gonna, you know, go buy my regular food like I need to, spend the money because it's not worth the hassle to deal with it. And I got in the barber chair, and I put her on the block list. Now, did it hurt my feelings? Yes. Oh yes. I thought about her for 6 months, constantly. I wanted to call her. I wanted to see how she was doing. Look, I'm trying to eat with the chopstick, y'all, but for some reason I can't. I wanted to call her. I wanted to see how she was doing, because I was really hurting inside. I wanted to just talk to her, because I'm so used to talking to her. I went from talking to her every day, not talking to her at all. So I wanted to talk to her and communicate with her, but I knew that if I was going to stand up for myself, and that self-respect that I tell you all, and the love that you're supposed to have for yourself, don't let anybody bullshit you. Don't let anybody take advantage of you. I've been taken advantage of multiple times, and it hurts, because definitely multiple times always typically come from family members. And that's why I say, you know, just because you're blood does not make you my family. I'll let you know that extremely fast, and I'm not here to diss anybody. I'm just here to be honest and let people know that other people do go through it, but sometimes you have to create your own family, and that's what I did. Now, one thing I do like about the group is it's extremely diverse. So there's a black and white, there's a full white, there's a Hispanic and white, there's me who's black, there's a Samoan, and then there's All-American, which the All-American's not even there anymore. But yeah, like it's a diverse, and so we all like to hang with each other and party. Well, not party now, but we used to do it a lot, actually. So yeah, it was just really unique. So that's the thing. Y'all want some? You want some? You want some? I mean, if you can taste it, you can have it. But if you can't taste it, you can't have it. So good. I don't know if I told you I did change shirts. And that was because I'm going to the gym after this. And honestly, I shouldn't even be here because I got food at home. It's just that when I get hungry, I get cranky. And cranky me is no good. I won't do anything. That's the thing. Oh, speaking of which, I had a job interview today. You know what they told me? It's the first time I've ever heard this. Come back, like next week, or no, I'm sorry. Wow, I said come back next week. I have another job interview next week, but the guy who was just like, honestly, you're kind of overqualified. And I'm just like, that makes no sense, bro. Like, I'm here for the experience, not the pay. So you don't have to like pay me as much as you know that you think you should. But I mean, I need enough money to pay my rent or whatever, because my rent's almost $2,000. So I'm just like, bro, come on, like help. Okay, well, $2,000. Take off like $600. So like I'm just like, man, come on, like help me help myself. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? So he was just like, you seem like a great person, great personality, you're good with people. And I'm like, yeah, I know front of the house, back of the house. And I'm just like, oh man, this is gonna suck. My overall goal is, no, you're great, you're great, you're great. If you want to, if it's okay if you say hi to the camera. If you don't want to, I totally understand. Okay, good. No, I understand. I totally understand.
You seem more like the camera type.
Oh yeah, I am. I love. That's one thing. I love taking pictures. I love the camera.
Yeah.
That's just me. That's just in general. I've always been that way since I've been little. But now that it allows you to, being a millennium, I'm assuming you are too as well. It allows you to reach the world and tell your story and help people. That's my overall goal. So I like to improve myself while improving others. So if I get to tell a story to somebody that can help them, that's what I do. And so it's like I get to eat and tell a story. That's what I like to do.
There you go. That seems like a good hobby.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Well, let me know if you need anything.
Yes, I will. So, as you can tell, she was shy. Her name is Nico. Nikki or Nico, one of the two, they all the same name, But yeah, overall, oh, where was I at with that story? No, so let me say this. I extremely love my mom, so I don't want y'all to think that she's a bad person. Because as I got older, and actually my college courses started telling me about this, being a behavior science major, started teaching me about behaviors and, how people react to certain things. Is my mom wasn't treated as great, as a child, which is kind of a double standard, because I'm like, why did she pick me, to, be rude to most of the time? And I know she loved me, but, I don't, okay, I really think she does, and that's crazy, because I think, and I should know. That's the thing. But no, like, I'm not here to bash her or anything. If I do love her, I do respect her, because life is hard. Like, it is really hard. And if you don't have guidance, or you don't understand what is going on in the next individual's life, then it can be hard. Because, my mom did raise kids. Like, I have a lot of siblings. So she had to raise us as well, try to take care of herself, try to figure things out. And, she had me and my sister back to back. So I totally, as I got older, I try to understand that, and I try to respect that. And as a young adult, that's why I reached out to her, because I'm just like, you know what? Life is hard. People think, people say, oh, it's supposed to be easy. But the thing is, if you do what is easy, your life will be hard. And if you do what is hard, your life will be easy. So yeah, I think overall, she's a great person. She loves people. But I gotta keep that wall up. Because if I don't keep the wall up, she'll try to jump it. Nah, back up. You're doing too much. It was funny because even after I reached out to her, she still ain't called me. I took her off the block list and everything. And I was just thinking of that, like, homegirl still ain't called. Maybe because, maybe people say I have some people who's watching this that go to college with me, I can kind of be cutthroat sometimes. But I'm honest. That's the thing, I'm honest. You see that smile? My face is a little swollen. I feel like it. I mean, I know it is actually. Yeah, this is good. We're gonna take this home. because so we're taking us home because we're gonna work out and we just after we leave the gym. Sorry. We're gonna eat this after we leave the gym. And that's because yeah, this stuff we gotta take something home, you know. Can't be playing, don't play yourself. That's one thing too. Don't play yourself. When it comes to food, don't be going out to eat every day. Cook at home, save your money. Like literally. I do a lot of cooking at home. I know you guys see me eat out a lot as well, but I do more cooking at home than I do out to eat. So that's the thing. So like, eat at home, it saves you money. You don't have to try to keep up with anybody or anything like that. But yeah, so with that being said, I'm gonna give Nikki or Nicole, this is one of the names, what am I getting her to do? Oh, getting her to give me a box, get my ticket, so I can go ahead and get to the gym, work some of this off, go home, drink a little bit, and eat again. So I would definitely catch you all partially while we're in the gym. Well, you going to the gym too? Okay, maybe you should go to the gym. I'm not saying you fat or anything, but it's always good for everybody to work out. And if you're already working out, then start eating healthy. And if you're already working out and eating healthy, drink more water. But if you're already drinking water, working out, and eating healthy, you like me. Little hot dog. That's our pen. This is not. Thank you. So we are on the way home, you all. Gym first, then home. Thank you. Have a great day. So once again, it was PF Change, you guys. So I definitely would recommend this, guys. Oh yes, Oh yes. I love personality. Look at that. Personality. What is your name?
Natalie.
Natalie. Nice to look at that, y'all. That's Natalie. Thank you. Are you from Orlando?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. I just moved here. I graduated on the 15th, and I moved here on the 16th. Oh, look at that! Look at that! Look at that! Friendly. Look, thank you. So I just became. Thank you. I just became a blogger. It's weird because my dad supports it, which is kind of funny, but he's a stickler.